Today we'll talk about the Season 5 finale, and oh my fucking god do I have shit to say. I want to preface this by saying that the extracts from the script aren't that clear and we don't have the full script, so a lot of bits may not make sense, but you get the gist of it. I tried to summarize the finale and then we'll discuss in detail and I'll say my opinion. This first part isn't that clear, but basically Gabriel tells Adrien he can't be with Marinette once again. Adrien disobeys him, calls him out on his bullshit, and he runs away to go find his baby girl. Marinette tries to find him too, but no luck. Gabriel the Gigajet acclimatizes himself to prevent his son from seeing Marinette. Wow, what a great father. So next, Ladybug and Chad apparently meet at the mansion where he tells her he'll never get acclimatized, and she lets him know he killed 8 billion people when he was Chat blind. He falls to his knees at Walmart and renounces Plaque because he can't live with himself after hearing this shit. Damn, that's tough. Anyways, Natalie betrays Gaby and tells Ladybug that Gabriel is crazy. Not sure about the order of the events happening, but Ladybug has both miraculous needed for the wish now. Then we get a Marinette and Gabriel confrontation scene and he shows her his wife's corpse. Another bit that I couldn't find says that he throws away the butterfly miraculous, saying that if he were to lose right now nobody would have the butterfly or some shit. She reminds him that his wife didn't want him to do this and that she just wanted Adrien to be happy. Gabriel gets emotional when Ladybug shows him one of Emily's recordings and she tells him he needs to move the fuck on just like Adrien did. He tells her he's fucking pathetic and that he can't move on. Oh my god, just get a therapist. He's this close to getting Thanos snapped from the cataclysm and he says he's fucking pathetic again and admits he ruined everything. Then he manages to manipulate Marinette and gain her trust, making her feel safe enough to detransform around him so they can talk this out, but he immobilizes her with venom and takes both miraculouses. She screams at him to stop, but he merges Plaque and Tiki and we see Gimme, who is basically a genie. Gabriel makes his wish and he and Emily's corpse start glowing, and the process of the universe getting reset begins. Not sure what happens right after this scene, but the next one we have is of the pool party, where we see all of Marinette's classmates except Chloe and Sabrina. White woman jumpscare Emily is also there and so is Luke. No more dance lessons with Suhan in Brazil, I guess. Felix and Kagami are cute as fuck and Alex is no longer stuck in the burrow. Marinette and Adrien look at the Gabriel statue that was made to honor him and we move on to Lila getting jumpscared from the butterfly miraculous that she somehow found. And that's how the season ends. I don't think I have to say it. Worst ending ever. Like, seriously, what the fuck were they thinking? Foolproof plan to disappoint the fandom. This shit is wrong on so many levels. Let me explain. This bitch basically wins. He got what he wanted. In this new universe, Emily never died and he is painted as a hero who died a tragic death fighting alongside Ladybug during the final battle with Monarch. They are even making statues to honor his terrorist ass. Remember the first video on my channel. At the end of it I pointed out how unfair it is for Felix that his father is remembered as a distinguished billionaire with a shit ton of money and not as what he truly was. A piece of shit who abused his son and blamed him for his mistake. You wanted an heir, didn't you, you stupid cunt? Anyways, we're experiencing a case of deja vu right now because Gabriel's hands are basically clean. In this universe there is apparently no evidence that he was Monarch. Or is there? Natalie. All these characters are living a lie, and especially Adrien, who according to the leaks will never know his father was a fucking terrorist. I can't stress enough how unfair this is. I don't know if by never they mean never as in not until season 6 or 7 or onwards. There is no way they'll leave this case in the dust and never come back to it. I know the writing in this show sucks in every way, and of course so will the finale. But I'm hoping that in season 6 this will be brought up as a big mystery that the characters will try to shed light on. By characters I mean mainly Marinette, since streets are saying she will remember everything after the wish is made. I'm not sure how true this is and why she would be the only one whose memories won't be affected. Maybe because she's the guardian. Maybe because she was with him in the room as he was making the wish. Who knows? But if this is true, Marinette in season 6 will be living a nightmare as she'll be perhaps the only one not oblivious. If Natalie, Lila and Felix won't remember that Gabriel was Monarch despite knowing prior to the wish, Marinette will have to live with the weight of keeping an insane secret alone. The fact that Adrien's mother is supposed to be dead in the universe before the wish. The fact that Gabriel isn't in fact a hero who fought with Ladybug but an abuser and a terrorist, with the last thing he did to his son being acclimatizing himself to get in the way of his son's happiness with Marinette, and the last thing he did to the latter being betrayal. Fucking disgusting that people will not remember him as the piece of shit that he was. About Adrien and Marinette. Streets are also claiming that the reveal is going to happen in episode 23, but we still don't have any leaks from that episode. If the reveal does happen in season 5, the secret that Marinette will have to keep from Adrien will only be more painful. Just like Gabriel wished, the son will only remember the 3 years I counted times that we have seen him care for his son on screen. Less than the bare minimum, and all the caring father scenes we have in season 5 are 100% manipulative and not him actually caring for his son. Like the 3 times he cooked for him and put on a cheerful mask, and the 1 time in transmission that he pretended to care for his son, giving him an alliance ring to cheer him up when in reality he only did it so he could transfer the miraculous when acclimatizing him. Even after Natalie told him not to take advantage of his feelings, he still did it. So yeah, all these scenes are infuriating. I can't believe there are people out there who interpreted these scenes as Gabriel trying to be a better father. This is actually Gabriel at his worst. Even poor Adrian was confused. Natalie knew he was full of shit at this point. I wish she poisoned him. Bottom line, this ending makes me want to rip all my hair out. It's so fucking unfair, not only for Adrian but for everyone who has no idea what actually happened. Again, I'm not sure who will remember what after the wish, but all I know is Gloob is the real enemy. We could have had a decent finale where justice would be served with Gabriel behind bars. But after talks with Gloob, the show's biggest ambassador, guess the one who airs episodes out of order, decided it would be too triggering to kids whose parents are in jail, implying that all people who are in jail are bad. This logic makes no fucking sense, as I don't think any kids in Brazil have parents who terrorized a whole city for years and fought two 14-year-olds to bring their dead wife back. But I digress. Not sure what age range of kids we're talking about here. But I'm sure that if you put a disclaimer before the fucking episode telling them that although not all prisoners are terrible people, the one in the show is, they'd understand. Don't be stupid.
Now it's time to theorize a little bit. Mainly about what's going to happen in Season 6, as well as the complications of the wish. While we don't exactly know what memories of Emily, Adrian and the others will have since she's been dead for 2 years, in this new universe it'll be like she never died. Will non-sick Natalie be aware that Gabriel won and brought Emily back as well as healing her but died in her place? I don't see this as redemption by death since he didn't exactly sacrifice himself. In the script he doesn't say he's going to sacrifice himself in his wife's place to balance creation and destruction or anything like that. He's made it clear that he doesn't care about the consequences. What if Adrian died instead? Would he just get the peacock back from Felix and create a new sentient son? Is that it? This is making me sick. Will Emily find out what her husband did? Shit, we know that Adrian won't. I don't know, man. I call bullshit on that last part. There's no way he'll be kept in the dark about his family secrets forever. Are we thinking too far ahead if we talk about Season 6? There are many people who are expecting it to be kind of like Season 1, but I doubt it. Season 1 was for the children. There was also Hawkmoth's anonymity. And in the Season 5 finale we literally see Lila unboxing her butterfly miraculous, so I don't see the point in wasting a whole season hiding her identity to reveal it later. That would be stupid. Hopefully we'll get to see a day in her life as a con woman with 50 different identities and mothers, all while trying to ruin Marinette's life. Wonder why there are no fathers around. Damn, no father figure? What annoys me is that Lila has no reason to be the villain. From the past 5 seasons we can come to the conclusion that she's nothing but a petty teenager with petty motivations. Marinette doesn't believe your bullshit lies. Is that why you wanna ruin her life now? Is that why? Is this how she got all her personas? Were they all girls like Marinette who didn't believe her lies in past missions? Is she kidnapping them all and hiding them in her lair in the basement like Gabriel did, to turn them into a human centipede? And the reason why she takes so long with it is so she can learn their styles and mannerisms to recreate with her wigs and clothes later? She's actually so fucking scary I don't even know what to think. What could have gone so wrong in her childhood? Too much true crime maybe? Is she even human? Probably not. That would explain why everyone gets half IQ points off every time she opens her mouth around them. She has superpowers and they don't work on Marinette for whatever reason. Her IQ exceeds the nerds, I guess.
Ow! Once when I was in India, I witnessed someone getting their eye gouged out by a corner of a napkin. If I hadn't caught it, this napkin could have injured Max. I didn't have a choice. Ow!
Lila, you saved my eye! You sacrificed yourself for me.
Why wouldn't I, Max? Ouch! You're my friend.
Max, I can't believe you think a napkin can rip someone's eye out. Please try this experiment at home and let us know how it goes. Anyways, enough about Lila. Back to the whole Gabriel shitfest. Like I said, since Marinette will know what's up, the Gabriel case will most likely be picked up and treated as a mystery. Felix will probably be involved since he's my smart boy, and since the Kwamis remember every time the universe has been reset from what we know, they'll do their part in uncovering the truth. I'm really not sure how this would play out, but please don't fuck this up. Actually, that's a great fanfic prompt. I should hop on that shit. I wonder if someone in S6 will get the ladybug and cat miraculous and make a wish for things to go back to how they were before Gabriel made his wish. Gabriel not quite dead yet, but cataclysm consuming him. Ouchie. Chrysalis doesn't exist. BC Gabe didn't throw the butterfly miraculous. I'm still skeptical apt how conveniently Lila found it. Natalie also croaking from the peacock miraculous and Emily back in the basement. That would be funny, to be honest. Not a great idea though, because that means we'll be back to square one. But hopefully then Gabriel will have learned his little lesson after experiencing life in hell. Do you wanna go through that again, silly ho? Oh, and since the wish itself is not that clear from the leaks, if the wish is to reverse the damage the peacock miraculous made, wouldn't Colt Fathom also come back to life given he created Felix? God, I hope he just wished for Emily and Natalie to be healed. We don't want this fucker alive. No, because wishing for the damage from the peacock to be reversed is completely different from wishing for his two wives to be healed and giving the impression that he was a good man and not a monster. You know what would be even crazier? If he wished that he was never monarch. That's actually what some people were saying about the finale first, but that's bullshit because that would imply there was never a hawk moth in the first place. And that he was coping normally after his wife's death, and clearly the public believes Monarch and Gabriel were two different people. Does no one question who Monarch was and where he ended up after the final battle? It's still crazy to believe that Adrian won't be holding grudges against his father who did nothing but abuse him while claiming he was doing everything for his family. Especially after the stunt he pulled in multiplication. Don't even try to convince me that you give a shit about your wife, you can't. You had every chance to go save your wife with the flash drive, but instead you just stood there like a pathetic little bitch obsessing over two teenagers. It just goes to show how insane he's gotten with his addiction. It's not even about saving his wife anymore. Even Natalie knows it. I'm so glad she finally snapped out of it. Was it too late? Sure. But at least it happened. The question of whether Tomoe will remember or not is again a mystery, like with all the other characters who know about Gabriel's shenanigans in the timeline pre-wish. She's heavily involved in all of this, and now that he know what the alliance rings are really made for, will they still be sold after Gabriel's death? Will she know what happened and how he actually died, or will she believe the lie that he was fighting Monarch with Ladybug, I guess with no memory of ever helping him? This shit is making my brain hurt. Too fucking confusing. Speaking of the alliance rings, we need to talk about the episode representation soon because that episode is fucking crazy. It has to do with the alliance rings, and now I'm just wondering how Gabriel and Tomoe aren't blacklisted. They need to ban these cursed ass rings. And I really hope they uncover the truth about the alliance rings in season 6 and how they were used by Monarch himself, who also designed them to transfer the miraculous to his victims through. Please tell me they won't leave the Gabriel case like that. Please tell me you'll have these kids try to uncover the truth about what actually happened. If you don't, I'll turn this into a fan fiction, I swear to God. Can't wait to see Emily in season 6 and find out how great of a mother she really is. I'm supposed to believe she's an angel, but I'm not buying that shit until I see her in action. She's sus in my eyes. What do you mean you let your husband gift your son the same pen for 3 years straight? You were alive then, weren't you? Oh, you were so ill you couldn't tell him to get a proper fucking gift? Fuck you, Emily. And why did you isolate your son like that, huh? Sus-ass woman. Emily is the only real one in here. Also can't wait for Natalie to wake up after the wish and be like, wow, hi Emily, who was totally alive 24 hours ago, whose husband and Monarch also conveniently died at the same time. Not sus at all. Here's your son who you've definitely been living with for the past 2 years and definitely haven't been in a coma preserved in a refrigerated glass coffin in the mansion's basement. Speaking of the basement, I wonder what it's going to look like in the new Fresh universe. Will Emily keep Gabriel's body in a glass coffin in there too and bury a life-sized skeleton from Hot Topic at the funeral? Hell, this finale will be a mess. And I wonder if they'll show Gabriel's funeral in season 6. Oh my fucking god, can the show just get cancelled instead? Goddammit, this would have never happened if I was in that studio, I swear. Gloob, this is all your fault. Shout out Colt Fathom, you'll be roomies in hell with Gabriel soon. Too bad he didn't like you. Maybe he will now that you're so alike. Anyways, I've talked enough, bye.